Welcome back to DM Prep. My name is Ian, and I will be your DM for today. Today we are prepping episode 19 of Odyssey of the Dragon Lords, as played by the Gilded Troll. It's supposed to be the Gilded Troll plays Odyssey of the Dragon Lords. It's fine. I'm just going to start over. No, it's fine. So when last we left off, the heroes made land? Do you make land? I don't know. They landed on the island of Yonder, and they didn't get captured, as we discussed was a possibility last time on DM Prep. So the Hurricane Sidon did not kill them, did not capture them, didn't fuck them up. They disembarked the Ultros to make their way towards the ruins where a warband went to attack them. Calm emotions happened, and that was weird, and I wasn't really sure how to run it. Everyone's calm except this one guy who's really confused about how calm everyone else is. And I really don't know how to run this. So calm emotions is going to last for another 48 seconds, after which they just go back to being hostile. I guess the players are just going to spend those 48 seconds just running the fuck away. I don't know. It seems kind of weird. I don't really know what they're planning on doing. But I guess I just got to figure out how they feel. I don't know. So they're under orders to bring the heroes in chains or unconscious, or both. They're failing miserably at doing that, so that's neat. Everyone else is like, damn it, Jeff, why do you keep shooting them? I mean, yeah, basically. Also, the Gigan is a snail. That's a thing that happened. The Gigan became a snail. So that's interesting. But yeah, so there was some combat here. It's a thing that happened. Dynamic lighting sucks. I'm just gonna turn that off now. Don't really need it anymore, and it tanks my fucking computer. So we're gonna turn that off, and then we're gonna go to the Forbidden Library, because I think that's probably where most of the prep needs to happen today. So if you were here on last week's DM Prep, then you know that I think the Island of Yonder kind of sucks. It's boring. It's just, here's a bunch of dudes in a bunch of places, fight them. And I think that's pretty fucking crap. So we're going to turn off dynamic lighting. We're going to turn on Fog of War instead, so that I just fucking control what they can see. It's fine. I get to delete all of their tokens that were imprisoned. Delete them so we can put Gaius back where he belongs. This guy belongs over here. I think that's basically all we moved Conjurus out of his room so we can put him back. So I don't I don't know why these guys are on the DM layer. So let's find out. What's Y1? Bidding's excellent condition. Saturate is mostly in ruins. None of the Gigans are artisans capable of repaying such stonework. 2 massive bronze doors are always kept closed, but they're not locked. The bronze doors are embossed with images from the ancient Gigan civilization, including scenes of the Gigans building their cities, worshiping the Titans, and sailing the seas of Thylea. Okay, the stone golem's got harpies in its head. That's neat. Why are there, who are you? Who thems? Why are these people, I don't understand why these tokens are here, is my thing. 6 soldiers, a Gigan, and a captain with orders to kill the heroes. While Gaius may have learned that strangers have made landfall in Yonder, he's confident that sending out one of his captains should deal with the threat. Is that the war? I think that it's not the warband because there's no Gorgon, but it is this group. So yeah, it's not the welcoming party because there's no Gorgon, but it's this group. If the library is alerted to intruders, all the soldiers in both barracks will be roused. The walls and towers at the front gate will be reinforced, and the warband will be dispatched to intercept the heroes. The warband includes 6 soldiers, a Gigan, and a captain with orders to kill the heroes. So essentially, if word is able to get back that the welcoming party failed, these guys will be out here. The walls will be fully garrisoned and whatnot. Otherwise, these guys aren't here, and I guess they kind of just spawn into existence. Or are they these guys who are in the barracks? Because we got 6 soldiers, a captain, and a Gigan. Like, they're just kind of sleeping. So is it one or the other? It's not super clear. So one of the things that is super, or is it this group? 6 soldiers, a captain, and a Geigen. Apparently that's just like the group, although there's 2 soldiers here tending the Gorgons. It's the same number of people around the campfire too. Yeah. Yeah. I think it's a well. Central courtyard. Oh, it's a fountain, not a campfire. I do like the stone golem and harpy thing. I think that's kind of cute. So I had a realization the other day that makes the whatever, it's night for them now. It is true. That is true. It is nighttime. I had a realization that makes this entire thing suck way less. Soldiers have 11 hit points. Most attacks at my player's level will do 11 damage, minimum. So I've decided to make all of the soldiers minions. In fact, I am going to... Oop, that's the captain, not that guy. I'm going to go in here, character sheet, edit, if I can figure out how the fuck to do it. Bruh. I thought I knew what the fuck I was doing, but it turns out I don't. I want to edit this. This guy. Of course, the one time they don't have them all linked together. Because I was just going to set this 1-1-1, and then if they were all linked together, then everyone's health bar would update. Whatever, I'm not doing it. Every soldier has 1 hit point. A missed attack or a successful save will never kill them. But a failed save that deals damage or an attack that hits will kill them, period. I'm not keeping track of health. They just die in 1 hit. Nice and easy. That makes running this as a DM way easier. And it makes your players feel real powerful when they just go, wow, I just killed all those dudes. Meanwhile, the Geigens and the stone golems and the Gorgons get to be like the actual like meat of the encounters. That said, this looks like my players are going to shit stomp it. Nothing here is particularly dangerous. You know, even the fact that there's like 5 Geigens here, 4 or 5. Geigens only get like, let's see, Cyclops, Geigen. Geigens get 3 attacks, 1 grapple, which doesn't do damage, but does restrain, and then a spear and a javelin. It's only +7 to hit. Most of my PCs have at least 18 AC, so they're only hitting 50% of the time at best. I see these guys dying very quickly, especially with their 68 hit points. Geigen Hero is essentially the same thing. He's got a little bit more HP. He's got a little bit better AC. He has 5 attacks. Wow. 1 grapple, 4 short swords, or 3 attacks with javelins. Wow. Also, I love how he has disadvantage on attack rolls against a target more than 30 feet away, but he already has disadvantage on attacks more than 30 feet away because that's the long range of the javelin. I think that's kind of cute. I don't really understand why this is +7, this is +6. Oh, it's because it's a Jenkin short sword, which they've decided is +1 weapon, I guess, because it's the 2 hit modifier is 1 higher than the rest of them. That makes sense. He's got 3 proficiency, and yeah, because inconsistencies. Actually, no, like it seems pretty clear that this short sword is functionally +1. It's whatever. Yeah, +6 strength, +3 proficiency, +1 weapon gives you a +10, and then a +7 damage. That does actually track, and the fact that it's a 2d6 short sword actually makes sense because he's large. That's how large creatures' weapons work. This art is fucking amazing. Like, it's really dumb that he's just like, but magical +1, Jenkin +1. I don't know. Jenkins are weird. Yeah, this art's pretty cool. So Yeah, like this whole thing sucks a lot less than I imagined at first glance. Deciding that the soldiers are minions makes things a lot easier on me. Deciding that the book is a whole... Yeah, the book has a lot of really good art. Oh, look, there's some really good art. So let's go to the island of Yonder. Let's read some more shit. So the main entrance. So the massive bronze doors, the entrance stand closed. Statuary and carvings are crumbling. Most prominent statue is a six-armed figure with a bronze cage where its head should be. Okay, so the cage isn't covered. I could have sworn the cage was covered. Maybe it's the one in the courtyard. Cage is covered? Yeah, cage kept covered by a cloth during the day and the harpies sleep. At night, the cloth is removed. The harpies act as an alarm system. Okay. So I'm expecting my players to do one of two things. Either they go in and try to be diplomatic, which is going to be really, really difficult. Or they try to sneak in and get what they want. Alarm golem, does it have a giant brass bell for a head? It actually has a pair of harpies for a head. And the harpies sing when they see things, and then the harpy song draws the anyone who fails their saving throw against the song towards the golem, who then smashes your face in. It's kind of neat. I actually like that mechanic. It's cute, I guess. Here's the thing. I do not really need a stone golem token, especially not on it. So I'm going to move the stone golem token off to the side. I'm going to draw a line saying, yes, this is he. And then I'm going to move the harpies onto the statue. Then I'm going to do the same thing over here. What's really dumb is that here, they very clearly drew the cage on top of the statue's head. But they didn't do that with the other one. I don't know why. But I'm just moving the stone golem tokens off to the side. So the token will essentially just be my way of keeping track of its hit points. Like, I'll just keep track of its hit points on the token, as I normally do, while, like, the map will essentially serve as the token for the golem. So that's how I'm planning on doing that. The other thing that I needed to figure out is, where do people end up going if the alarm is raised? Like, what kind... Like, there's no murder holes drawn here. Is this like a half wall? I don't know. It doesn't really tell me, I don't think. Tower and wall. Tower and wall are left unguarded. Neat. If the library isn't alerted, all the soldiers from the barracks to the north will rush out and take positions at the top of the tower along the wall. So the soldiers from the barracks need to go out this door, down these stairs, into here, over here, and then up here. What kind of fucking... Like, that is so much distance. We're going to be super generous and say that it's not difficult terrain to get through the beds. So worst case scenario, it is 260 feet to get into position. At 60 feet around, that's... let's round it to 4. Best case scenario, let's see. Okay. Best case scenario is this guy, who then, let's say, takes up position. Okay, I fucked that up. There we go. Shaved off 5 feet. So let's say he takes up position here. So yeah, I would say it takes about 4 rounds for the group of them to get into position once the alarm is raised. Are there any hidden passages? Not, as far as I'm aware, no. What path do they take to the fen? The one I just drew. I don't think there are any secret passages. There aren't any on the map. There's nothing specified. So it says that all of the soldiers... Right? Where was I reading? Oh. Soldiers from the barracks will rush out and take positions at the top of the wall. What does the sleeping Geigen do? Is all the Geigens During the day, there's only one Geigen sleeping here, but at night there are 3 sleeping in the barracks. Okay, well, so it's nighttime. So, okay, so here's the kind of thing that you really need a roster table for. So what you should have is, for any area that's like dynamic like this, like, oh, you know, it changes during the day, it changes at night, changes if they're on high alert. You should have a table of every area, and then in each of the possible states, a daytime, nighttime, and high alert is what we should have here. And high alert should say area 3, 9 soldiers or whatever. Nighttime, daytime, it would say nothing. Area 4, daytime, 6 soldiers, a captain, and a Geigen. Nighttime, 2 harpies. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's the kind of thing that should be written. So if there's 3 Geigens in, like, sleeping here, well, how many Geigens are at the stairs? Like, there's only 5 total Geigens here if I count this guy. So 3 of them are sleeping right now. 2 Geigens guard the library at all times. So literally every Geigen except these 2 is sleeping at night. Apparently. So I guess we'll just move these guys here. Not 4. I don't want to move that. Tokens. So literally every Geigen and like all 3 of these guys are sleeping right now. Which means none of them are going to attack unless they're on high alert, which happens if anyone the players are currently fighting manages to get away and raise an alarm. Which reminds me, that's actually a really good idea. So back where the players currently are, Jeff, as Shadows named him. Actually, I think it might have been Jordan. Called him Jeff. It was Jordan. Jordan called him Jeff. Back where the players currently are, Jeff is like, what the fuck is going on? And everyone's telling him not to attack. So his natural reaction is going to be run the fuck away, which is probably going to prompt the players to try and kill him. Does everyone always have their equipment even when sleeping? That's a good fucking question. Let me look at the stat block for soldier. Character sheet. So he has a breastplate and a shield. I'm going to say, because their breastplate looks like the kind that you can put on very, very quickly, even though it's technically medium armor, so it takes 5 minutes to put on, I'm going to say that they can grab a breastplate and just boom, it on as an action. They grab their shield as an action. So that they'll do that while running, and it'll essentially, and they'll grab their sword as well, and it'll essentially add an additional round to how long it takes them to get there. So 5 rounds, 30 seconds, nice and easy to remember. So let's write this down. 2020 11/07 is the session date. If soldiers are roused from sleep, 5 rounds to get into position. Let's turn on word wrap. Geigens only take 4 rounds as they do not have armor. Actually, do Geigens fucking have armor? No, natural armor and shields. All right, and they have a bunch of arms with which they can. Yeah, they pick up a shield. They use arm number 2 to. They have latches to clip their breastplate on. I don't know, maybe, sure. They just slap it on the back, hang it hinges open. They hang it over their head. They go on, done. That's an action. And then shield as an action, strapped on, and they do that as they're running. So more of a tabard. I mean, it's a breastplate. Like it's still it's still metal. It's just like it's in 2 pieces, kind of like this guy. It's just like, it doesn't take 5 fucking minutes to put that on. It really fucking doesn't. Yeah. So that's my. That's my headcanon for their armor. Because, like, something that's just, like this, like, 1 piece of metal for the entire torso is just like, what? Yeah, Down and Down rules can go suck it. Like, plate armor, I will say, it does take 10 minutes to put on. There's a lot of straps and shit and a lot of pieces. So, you know what? Because I'm complaining, I'm gonna make my own fucking... I'm gonna make a goddamn roster table. Oh, Jesus. Why are you so big? Make that smaller. View, zoom to hundo. Okay. Save as Yonder roster. Odyssey. Cool. Area, daytime, nighttime. Is nighttime just 2 T's? Whatever. High alert. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I know there's a way I can automate this. 17, 18, 18. All right. So let's see. All right. Area 1. And we're gonna center all of these. Nope, not right align center. We're gonna center all of these. We're gonna bold all of these, and we're gonna take these and we're gonna widen them. There we go. Okay. So daytime. We've got Golem, Harpies. You know, we're gonna center fucking everything. Just center everything. High alert plus 6x soldier captain Geigen. Geigen captain 6x soldier. I don't like that the 6 was there like at the beginning. Like I didn't. Yeah, you know what I mean. I felt like 6x was like modifying the entire thing and not just soldier. So I changed it. Alright, we're gonna make this. We're just gonna keep making it wider until I can fit everything. And it's a little too wide because it doesn't fit on screen anymore. This is me being neurotic. Anyway, so nighttime. I think it's just Golem Harpies still, right? Yeah. Alright. Harpies. Actually, it should be 2x. Alright, area 2. Let me move this down here so I can actually see the map while I'm doing it. There we go, look at me. Alright, area 2, what do we got here? 3 soldiers. 3x soldier. That's a 2. Good try, though. So high alert is going to be modifying. So high alert is just going to say, this is how it's different if they're on high alert compared to daytime or nighttime. So tower and wall, nothing, nothing. But if they're on high alert, then it's going to be 6x soldier plus captain 6x soldier. Just saw the Strahd overlay. Thank you for reminding me to switch that. So much red. Very red. Yeah, you guys aren't doing too hot. That's okay. That's just, you know, that's just good storytelling. Area 4, what do we got? Where is Area 4? Area 4 is the, okay, so here we go. During the day, it's always busy with Geigen, Captain, 6x Soldier. I think we've done just fine given everything we've been through. Okay. Nighttime, Golem, 2x. So the Golem, I'm actually just going to delete the Golem, because the Golem's not really going to do much unless people get close to it. Look at Flame Skulls, really? Yeah, I mean, you guys did forget to do the, yeah, you forgot to destroy the Flame Skulls. The Geigen's another Stone Golem, okay. Temple of Sidon. There's a 50% chance, oh. Temple's forbidden to everyone except Gaius, Chondrus, and the Acolytes. Any of these individuals can communicate directly with Sidon by saying a prayer while kneeling before the statue. If the library is attacked and the battle is going poorly, Gaius may come here to request advice or reinforcements. Sidon will instruct Gaius to find his dragon Arjun, and then hunt down the intruders from the air once they think they are safely away on their ship. If the heroes have not yet battled against Sidon's fleet, then the Titan may send the fleet after them at this point. Woof. Woof. So nighttime, or daytime in the barracks is Captain 6X Soldier. Nighttime is 2X Captain 24X Soldier. What in the hell? High alert, minus everything. Area 3 is actually plus Area 5. So whatever is currently in Area 5, on high alert, they're going to move to Area 3. Yeah. I will probably have, like, if there's 24 soldiers in Area 5 and then they go on high alert. Speaking of which, so these guys aren't here because at night it's just, which means these guys are in the barracks. I swear to God, is there even room for 24 of these fuckers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's literally 20 beds here. But it's fine, there's 24 soldiers. There's also only 18 squares, so that's cute. And then we're going to move the captain over too. They hot rack beds? I mean, that would make sense. Shut up. Shut up! So I guess it's really only 18 soldiers here. Which is very... which in the vast majority of cases is statistically identical to 24 soldiers because AoE happens and then they all just die. Arjun doesn't feel the same. I think he said last time that Gaius plans to marry Arjun when she's old enough to assume human form. Yeah. Yeah, Gaius definitely plans on marrying Arjun, and it's totally fucking weird. I don't remember where that was. I think it was somewhere in here. Yeah. Yeah. He will not throw any of the lives of his men in a piecemeal fashion. He will not order them to fight to the death unless he has no other choice. Gaius' stat block? Okay. That makes sense. Yeah, that is pretty fucked up. Yeah, it's a little fucked up. Gaius is a little fucked up. But let's continue. Area 6, barracks. Oh, I fucked up. What the hell's Area 5? Oh. Nothing. There is nothing in... What the fuck? There is nothing in Area 5. Ever. Men, take them alive if you can. Maim them if you need to. I like that. Geigen Barracks. 1x Geigen. Nighttime, 3x Geigen. High alert, minus everything. Where do they go is the thing. I guess they would go out here. So plus Area 7. If they're on high alert, then we move everything from Area 7 to whichever one of these it is. So Area 8, stables. 2x Gorgon. 2x soldier. 2x Gorgon, 2x soldier. I guess they're just always there. No change. Geigen's wrestling in their off time. Yeah, sure. Geigen gifted several Gorgons. We use as mounts. 2 are currently kept in the stables. 1 sickly Gorgon is currently being tended by 2 soldiers. It has rust in its joints. They're trying to polish out. As soon as they notice intruders, soldiers will attack with the sickly Gorgon. The other Gorgon will sit quietly at the stall unless the sickly Gorgon is killed. Deathwell, the sickly Gorgon makes the other Gorgon go berserk. It'll try to break out of its pen. Athletics check, but it has advantage. Okay, that's interesting. Area 9, nothing. There's no stuff here. Area 10. If more than a minute is spent in the room, there's a 25% chance that a pair of Geigens will arrive with plates of steaming food. From where? From where? Sure. Minus everything. There's no chance of having a guy in here if there's stuff. 2x soldier. 2x soldier. Prisoners. Prisoners. No change for high alert. Commander's quarters. Gaius. Gaius. Actually, you know what? We're going to say daytime. Gaius is in the chapel. Nighttime, he's in his quarters. Like, that's basically all Gaius does. We're going to make things easy for ourselves. 13, library entrance. Okay, there's just nothing here. Oops. $14, 6x acolyte during the day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Cool. 6x acolyte, 2x Geigen. During night, it's just 2x Geigen. High alert. Minus acolytes. Acolytes will run back to their bedrooms if they're threatened. Area 15, sleeping quarters. Nothing during the day. 6 acolytes at night. High alert plus 6x acolytes. Minus 6x. 16. 4x acolyte. 4x acolyte. No change for high alert. Chondrus. 1x Chondrus. 1x Mesoloth. Where's he at night? Unless he's been alerted, he can always be found here. So if he's alerted, then minus Chondrus. Yeah, if he's alerted, he goes elsewhere. So where does he go? Do not mistake me for some conjurer of cheap tricks. Are the plates of steaming food their lovers? What the fuck? What's on the plates? What? I don't know. I don't care. There's not enough. I should care. What do they eat? Souvlaki. I don't know what that is. It's Greek. I know that much. So where is Chondrus at night? He's here during the day. Where's he at night? I'm gonna say he's in Gaius's quarters. Chondrus seems like the kind of guy who's just trying to sleep with everyone. Attacking the back will cramp any mage's style. I'm really confused. Like, I recognize the quotes. I just don't know why you guys are dropping them. Very confused. Area 18's big old fucking nothing. So this is the kind of table that should have been in the book. This is the kind of table that should have been in the book. So this is the kind of thing that I would hope for when. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set everything up as per nighttime. So nighttime, we got a golem and 2 harpies. Area 2, nighttime, we got 3 soldiers. Area 4, we've got a golem and 2 harpies. Area 5 is nothing. Area 6, we got 2 captains and 18 soldiers. Got it. You know what? I'm going to change that back to 24. We're actually going to do 4 captains, because that's how these guys work. It's 1 captain and 4 soldiers. Like, that's how they arrange their shits. And then I'm literally just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These guys are just crammed in here, like, packed in here like sardines. We're going to Sardinia. That was a Greek joke. Captain got 1 Battlemaster dice ability. I don't know. What's he do? Shield push, shield wall. What do the regular soldiers do? Probably nothing. Oh my god. There we go. Let's get this one column. Oh my god, what the fuck? Roll 20, don't sponsor us. There we go. Alright, what do Captain do? Why can't I scroll? Why am I unable to scroll this? Why are you like this, roll 20? Okay, now I got... Whatever. Put that there, put that there. So this guy's got short sword, long sword, javelin, shield push. This guy's got short sword, long spear. Oh, they both have long spear. Javelin, shield. This guy's multi-attack, shield push. He also has shield wall for a minute. Captain any ally who can see the captain gains +1 AC per ally using a shield. Maximum AC from this bonus is +2 AC. That's so meaningless. They also have martial advantage. Captain has 2 dice. Soldier has 1 die. It's essentially sneak attack. Doesn't work with advantage. Only works with having allies. Long spear. It's a spear. It's reach 10 feet. Because fuck you, that's why. Essentially, fuck you. That they wanted to give them a pike, but didn't want to make them use them two-handed. It'd make a whole lot more sense to have a front row with shields and spears and a back row with pikes. But that'd be too hard. Instead, everyone's got a long spear. It's a lance? No, it's a spear with 10-foot reach. It's only d6 damage. So yeah, this is the kind of roster that should be... So in any scenario where you fully expect the players to alert everyone, and then it's going to be this pitched battle where they're going from fight to fight to fight to fight to fight, you should have a roster like this so that there's so that your DMs can understand where everyone is at every time of day in every situation. So I have, I'm running by this right now because it's nighttime. If my players were to get here at daytime, then I would use this instead. And then if the place goes on... nighttime doesn't look right with 2 T's right next to each other. Is that how you spell that? If the players... it looks really dumb. Does nighttime have a hyphen? Can be hyphenated. Whatever. If it goes on high alert, then I change all of these rosters like so. So if they go on high alert, Conjurus moves from here into, or he moves, nowhere has plus Conjurus. You only use hyphens for one thing here. Yes, that is true, Jordan. Our hyphens have one whole ass use. That was a little weak, sorry. So where does Conjurus go if the place has been alerted? That's the only thing I didn't account for. Thank you. Where does Conjurus go? He's trying to get favor with Lutheria, so he actually just wants to make a deal with them. One part of the blah, 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 seeks a way back into her good graces. Powerful Arcanoloth, provided with magical secrets and information about the heroes. He surrenders most of this knowledge to Sidon, but he has kept some of it for his own purposes. Okay. His Mezzaloth servant stands in a corner awaiting instructions. He wields a dagger of defense. If he's alerted to the presence of intruders, he'll cast invisibility and then lead the Mezzaloth to search for the heroes. His goal is to speak with them first. Okay, so this is going to be minus Conjurus, minus Mezzaloth. Minus Conjurus. Just in case. And then I'll just make a note here. Conjurus moves to find the heroes. To to speak with them if alerted to their presence. Okay. Making my notes down here. Typing fast. Alright, I'm done. I promise. So yeah, I think I have a good idea of how this place is going to run. So essentially, you know, we've got Conjurus, we've got Gaius. Gaius essentially... So what does Gaius want? What does Gaius want from them? Like, what can they actually bargain? Conjurus has a bargain. So he'll offer to join them and lead them to Hypnos, where he'll plead their case before the Lady of Dreams. But he'll actually just try to sabotage them in the Nether Sea so that they get ruined. And then if they agree, then he will... he'll give them a bunch of stuff, actually. Antikythera's in Conjurus's room? Okay. So the Antikythera, as well as Alaris's, what if they get them to swear an oath? That's a good point. Well, so here's the thing. This isn't a lie. He will actually swear to do this. That's not to say anything of the things that he plans on doing on the way there. If they ask him to serve an oath of, swear an oath of service or an oath of protection, he will tell them to go fuck themselves. You know, I think I'm offering you plenty in, you know, great magical items. I will not bind my fate to yours, considering I fully expect Lutheria to kill you despite my attempts to convince her otherwise. But he does offer Alaris's Dragon Slayer Mace, as well as the missing gear to the Antikythera. The players won Orsino's armor from Gaius. The question is, every myth except for Game of the Gods can be found in red here. That's kind of a big fucking deal. That's a big fucking deal. Wow. Sorry. Just rereading this story about the Myrmikis. War of the Titans is kind of a big deal. So, Talius. Sidon bound Talius and prevented his own with his sister and now wife as a gift. Blinded him, so his lips shut, and then she drags her. He drags her throne ship, and then Hergeron holds up. Challenge Sidon into a duel. Sidon absorbed much of the enslaved Talius' power, easily bested his challenger. Beneath the great tower, chaining him so that the full weight of the building was forever pressing down on Hergeron's enormous neck and shoulders. Through the ritual sacrifice of 1,000 basilisks, she created a giant pool of poisonous blood at the heart of her domain. Wow. Wow. So, I kind of want to know the names of those, but it's fine. That's these three titans. It's Versi. Shit. Do I have a family tree? Ha! We've got Yala, Golaron, and Huh? Isn't there a Titan Versi? Did someone invent that? Petrified on Titan Island, petrified on Titan Island. There's 3. Because we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're missing an entire Titan. Missing an entire Titan. Which I guess is the Titan Versi. Also, this is where I got the names of my dragon gods: Archiriania, Respitrion, Tisophael, Aristonar. I changed a few of them, I think. This is Archirania. But the KYRA, I didn't like that made it into the god's name, so I changed it to Archiriania. Respitrion made it in, Tisophael made it in, Aristonar made it in. Hexia, I didn't give a name, but then I also gave I gave Helios, the god, a name. And his name is Hizalith. That was his dragon name. He called himself Helios. He's not actually Helios, is the thing. The person that Alaris met who called himself Helios is not actually the god that she worships, but everyone at the temple thought he was. Because that dragon, in the guise of a brilliant golden man, passes himself off as, yeah, anyway. But yeah, they're missing Versi, but Yala and Golaron is those two. But anyway, I was coming here to look at Dramatis Persona. I want to look at Gaius. I want to know, like, if the players actually... True believer who fervently wants side on the rule Thylia. He commands a force of over 1,000 knights in Mitros and on the islands of the Cerulean Gulf. In Mitros, he can usually be found at the Temple of Sidon or the Great Palace, but he often travels to the island of Yonder, where the ancient Gigant ruins serve as a military base for his faction. Alright, so here's the thing. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Here. I don't think there's enough Gigans. I think we need more Gigans. We're going to say there's 5 Gigans at night. Whoop, not 53. We want 5. And then during the daytime, there's 3 in the barracks. And then we're also going to slap a Gigan who's just always in... Like, there's always a Gigan here, so Area 4 gets... so during the day, it's a Gigan, a captain, and 6 soldiers. During the night, it's Gigan, Golem, and 2 Harpies. The Golem and Harpies are technically still there at night, but you know, the Harpies are asleep, so... and also I'm running out of room in the cell. We're going to put that in parens. It's like Golem. It's kind of here. It's basically here. Gaius travels between Mitros and the Cerulean Gulf with ease thanks to Arjun, his young silver dragon. Arjun was raised by Sidon and given to Gaius as a reward for his loyalty. Gaius loves Arjun and has vowed to marry her when she's old enough to transform into human. There you go. Arjun merely tolerates him. She loves only Sidon, who has promised her a mountain of treasure in exchange for her loyal service to the Zealot. Gaius is utterly devoted to Sidon's cause, and he brooks no insult to the Titans. He spares nothing in punishing what he considers heresy, making fatal examples of anyone who threatens the dominion of the Lord of Storms. Sprinkles Gigans across the villa. Yes, I am sprinkling the Gigans. Like, this is an ancient Gigan fucking city. Like, it should have more Gigans. I don't understand how this room has, like, how this building has, like, people-sized rooms. Like, this is a fucking Gigan city. Like, why isn't everything Gigan-sized? I don't know. It's kind of weird. So yeah, I just added a few Gigans. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, so if there's 3 Gigans here at night, 5 or 3 in the day, 5 at night, where did those 2 Gigans come from? I guess this is 2x Gigan. Oh, Jesus. I can make this cell smaller because it doesn't need to be that big. I can make this cell bigger. Make this cell smaller. Okay. So during the day, there's 2 Gigans, a captain, 6 soldiers, and a golem. So one of the Gigans that is here during the day goes to sleep. Where else is there a Gigan during the day that isn't there at night? It's kind of it. Kind of it. So area 14, we're going to say there's 3 Geigans during the day. Sure. There we go. Sprinkling Geigans across the villa. Geigans are a little underwhelming, so I want a lot of them so they can murder the shit out of people. Gaius is dour and grim-faced, and he has absolutely no sense of humor at all. He crucifies bards just to shut them up. He never drinks. Even his own men are frightened of him. But what does he want? Like, the players want their armor back. Gaius kind of just wants to kill them. He just wants them dead, because their existence is an insult to Sidon. Yeah, that's what I'm rolling with. Geigen hates them. Gaius wants them dead because their existence is an insult to Sidon, and I think I'm basically prepped now. Soldiers are minions. Geigens are your main bruisers here. Geigens can throw javelins, so that's neat. Yeah, that's about it. I don't think there's really anything left. Okay. Yeah, I mean, like, so the only thing that I would like to do from here is replace some stuff with more interesting stat blocks. So one of the things that I really complained about last time I was on DM Prep was that all these stat blocks are boring, garbage bullshit. They have some number of attacks, they have some AC and some hit points. They have, each of their attacks has a 2-hit and some damage. That's all they do. That's it. So I think it'd be really interesting if we could, replace some dudes with some better monsters. So let's just flip through some fucking monsters and find some things that are cool. How about some bronze automata? Those are neat. They need constant repairs and maintenance, or else they begin to break down. Cannot be left as unattended guardians for longer than a few years. Okay. These look neat. They explode. That's a thing. That's the thing they do. They explode. But I could replace some Geigans with those. Maybe some marble golems. Nah. Caledones, no. Only the gods get to use Caledones. I don't even know where Caledones actually come from. I just gave them to Vulcan, like, here, have some fucking Caledones. Fashioned by the gods. Okay. Okay. Intelligent constructs imbued with self-awareness that's rare among automatons. Okay. Not a behemoth. Don't want centaurs. Be weird for them to be on the island. I did think about using a Jankan. Jankan. Wow. +2 splint mail, +2 shield, +2 warhammer. Wow. Blemmies be out of place. Already got plenty of Geigans. Geigen heroes, as we discussed, aren't any better. Empyrean would be tipping my hand a little. Gigantes is wrong. Uriel doesn't make any sense. Minotaurs could work, but I think Minotaurs mostly hate Sidon. Myrmikis don't make any sense. Myrmikis are only allowed to be in one place. No mythic beasts. We're not going to do any nymphs. No sea monsters. No servants of death. No sphinxes. What about non-player characters? Anything interesting in the non-player characters? Amazon, Barbarian don't make sense. Martial Master, they're like monks, right? Yeah, they're monks. We got Soldier, Soldier Captain. Cool. Warrior Monk. Wild Druid. Hands again. Okay, cool. There's nothing in here. Alright, so I think the one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to replace some Geigans with some bronze constructs. Bronze automaton. Automaton. Oh, that's a handout. Oh, what? What, can I have a token? Oh, here we go. Sheets. Here we go. Are you medium? You medium? Medium, okay. So these guys are very frontline. So, high alert. We're actually, instead of this, we're just gonna do plus 2x bronze automaton. And those will come from, where do I want them to come from? So let's get rid of these guy. Yeah, let's get rid of this guy again that was here. 1x bronze. We're gonna get rid of the golem. I know he's there. Bronze auto. Bronze auto. Okay. So then where's the other one come from? So one's always in here. We're just gonna call them bronzes. Okay. Plus 2x bronze, which means minus 1x bronze. So one of the bronze automaton moves out of area 4 into area 1. And where can we put a second one? Put it area 14. 1x bronze. 1x bronze. And I did remove a guy again. Okay, so let's remove a guy again from the barracks at all times too. All right. Okay. Cool. I don't know if I have the exact same number of things in the daytime and nighttime, and I really don't care. I also don't know if area 14 minus 1x bronze. So one bronze moves from here, one bronze moves from here, two of them move outside because they are front line, because you don't want them near your dudes when they blow up, because that would be a bad thing. So during the night we have one bronze and one bronze, so we really only have 2 bronze automata, like total period ever. Which is a little underwhelming. I think I want to replace a little bit more Geigen than that. So I'm actually going to put 2 in here at all times, and then we're going to delete some Geigens from the barracks. We're going to delete another Geigen from the barracks. So we have a total of 3 bronze automata, which means, and on high alert they all bum rush. But if you don't put the whole place on high alert, then you get to fight them one at a time and maybe in a position where they can blow up on their allies instead of you. Also, I think it's a 50% chance to blow up. Yeah, that's weird. Immutable form, magic resistance, magic attacks, martial advantage, 2 glaive attacks. Neat. Okay. So yeah, with that, I think we're finally like fully done. Like we've prepped. We've got some interesting stat blocks, some cool things. Gorgons are kind of neat too. You know, there's some interesting stuff going on with the Gorgons, the way they interact with combat. One only joins when the other one dies. Yeah, I think we've turned Yonder into a place that isn't total garbage. So hopefully it isn't garbage. So if you want to see how this turns out, check us out on Saturday when we play Odyssey of the Dragon Lords at 4 p.m. EST. We also play Curse of Strahd on Sundays at 1 p.m. EST, and Rime of the Frost Maiden on Mondays at 6 p.m. EST. I also do my DM prep every Thursday at 6 p.m. EST, as you're watching this right now. If you're on Twitch, then you obviously already know that. If you're on YouTube, though, check out our Twitch. You know, we stream live, as I described, 4 times a week. Also, Andy does his DM prep over on his channel. He DMs Rime of the Frost Maiden. He preps over on his channel on Fridays at 6 p.m. EST. And if you're on Twitch, please check out our YouTube. That's where we have every single session we've ever recorded. And if you're on YouTube, check out our Twitch because we're live. said that like 5 times already. If you want to see some behind the scenes of like how we do our streaming, you can check out our Instagram. If you want to hear my opinions about D&D things every once in a while, follow our Twitter. And if you want to talk to our, quite frankly, amazing community of people, including all of our players, you can join our Discord. And with that, I'm going to see if there's anyone to raid, but I don't think so. No, I don't have anyone to raid right now. So I'm just going to call it a night. Thank you guys for being here, and I will see you guys next time. Bye. Hello and welcome to DM Prep. My name is Ian, and today we'll be prepping episode 19 of the Gilded Troll Plays Odyssey of the Dragonlords. Again, because I didn't prep it good enough last time. So we're going to do more. Bye Amber, bye Steph, bye Tim, bye half of the raid. That made sense. But yeah, we're prepping episode 19 again because I think Yonder can still be improved. So, how do I think Yonder can still be improved? Let's take a look at it. So, one of the main problems that I have with Yonder, one of the main problems that I had with Yonder was that there was no roster. So I went through and made a roster for Yonder. And let's zoom in, zoom 200%. So I made a roster for Yonder, so that, yeah, you have to leave Tim, because I'm just immediately into Odyssey, so get out of here. So, hey, that one guy subscribed. Thanks for the subscription, that one guy. Sorry I don't have an alert box on this stream. It is because ooh, what's going on here? I'm on Linux, and OBS hates Linux, so I don't have an alert box. Hey, Jedi Mama sub. Thanks for the sub, Jedi Mama. I don't have an alert box because OBS like killed itself and died horribly. So yeah, we have this. Let's make this a little smaller. It doesn't need to be that big. We have this roster, and since it is currently nighttime, holy crap! Lots of subs going on. Thank you for the gift sub, Coach Blucher, and welcome to the Gilded Troll. We got the Gilded Troll. The Adventure Archive got the gift sub. Thanks. Is my overlay set up for Odyssey? It's not. Or actually, it might be. Is it? Bum 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 bum. Let's check it. Overlay is set up for Odyssey. Huzzah! Hey, Absolute Deep, how's it going? So we have a roster, and I've already set up the Roll20 scene with the assumption that it is currently nighttime. So if the players decide to wait, you meant to continue a sub and you instead gifted a sub. Oops. Whoopsie daisy. So yeah, I have it set up as if it's nighttime, so if it is daytime, I'll have to swap out things for the changes in the daytime. So in Area 4, I'll have to swap out the Harpies, who would be sleeping, and the Golem, who's still technically there, but pretty inactive without the Harpies to pull people in. Replace that with the Geigen, the Captain, and the soldiers. There we go. So, and then, Gaius would show up in Area 5 during the day, and so on and so forth. So one of the changes that I wanted to make was I saw, and this is really funny, this is kind of just me being a dick as a DM. I saw that there were errata released for Eberron Rising from the Last War. One of the errata is that the prosthetic limb magic item no longer requires attunement. And if you're aware of my campaign, you know that Yasenna, our Warforged bard, doesn't have any arms, so she has 2 prosthetic arms, and she's attuned to both of them. They only take up 1 attunement slot, but they no longer require attunement. Well, I kind of want to just be a dick and take up that attunement slot without actually really giving her a whole lot. So I was thinking that at some point, what am I doing? I zoomed out because I wanted it smaller, but I need it big so that you guys can read. I kind of want to put an arcane propulsion arm somewhere in Yonder, so that Yasena feels the need to equip this arcane propulsion arm because no one else can use it, because no one else is missing a hand or an arm. The thing is, it doesn't do much for her, but I like it. I mean, it does do force damage, which is kind of a big deal. But I've decided that Condrus has an arcane propulsion arm. He got it from the Arcanoloth, to whom he speaks regularly. So that was just a detail that I came up with, I think literally earlier today. So that was something that I wanted to do. The other major thing that I wanted to do was try and make this place about more than just combat. So I spent the whole last stream making combat suck less, by number one, by making this roster so that I can run combat very quickly. By number two, deciding that the soldiers are minions, which means they die if they take any damage unless it's save for half damage, in which case they take none. And they stay alive. They have 1 hit point. So minions is something from 4th edition that I'm carrying over into 5th edition, where minions have 1 hit point. And in 4th edition, a minion would never die if it would take damage on a missed attack. Daily powers in 4th edition frequently did half damage on a miss. So that's kind of my rationale for, like, if a fireball gets thrown into the middle of a group of soldiers, the few soldiers that actually make the save won't die, the rest will. Does anyone in my party even have fireball? I don't think anyone has fireball. That's crazy. You use minion shadows, that's great. So yeah, I wanted to make this place about more than just combat. So like the combat is covered. I think combat's about as good as it's going to get, but I want to make it about more than just combat. So the kinds of social situations. So there's 3 pillars. There's 3 pillars in D&D. There's combat, roleplay, and exploration. This place isn't going to be very exploration heavy. I will allow the players. So the book probably assumes that the players approach from the southwest, from down here, area 1. But I think it's equally likely that the players start making their way up here. They decide to be stealthy, and they see that there's this massive area, and there's obviously activity, there's lights, whatnot, and then they decide, we're going to cast Pass Without Trace, and we're going to sneak around and find a better way in. Speaking of which, I have no idea what 18 is. Large stone altar sits out in the open. Piles of ashes and charred wood sit atop the altar. Okay, cool, boring. So I want to make more room for the other 2 pillars of D&D, exploration and roleplay. So the social aspect of this place is very limited. Gaius essentially just wants them to die. He is a zealot through and through, and I don't think it's fair to the story to do anything to his character other than that. I think it would be a little bit silly to change who he is, change, his motivations and all of that. Plus, my players hate him, so it's not super important, I don't think, to really do anything along those lines. Commander of the Order of Sidon. Fervently wants Sidon to rule Thylia. He commands a force of over 1,000 knights in Mitros and all the islands of the Cerulean Gulf. Meanwhile, our roster here is, we've got 24, 26, 28 soldiers, like 30 soldiers, some captains, some Geigans. Like, there's like 50 people here total. Not huge, but I mean, I guess this is just one This is just one garrison, but you would expect it to be a very heavily fortified garrison. In terms of combat difficulty, I know last time I said that Geigen heroes are silly. They do exactly the same thing as Geigens, just a little bit better. But I do want to just slap one Geigen hero in the courtyard. So that's area 4. Apparently in nighttime I didn't write down that there's a Geigen. So at all times there is one Geigen hero. It's very wishy-washy, like he's kind of just wherever he needs to be. And then the Golem and Harpies are here all the time. So I don't really know where to put it. Hey, Joshua Nitzwicki, thanks for the 500 bits. Did you want to give someone take 20? That's usually what 500 bits is for. Thanks. I don't have a display on. I can pull it up. How are we doing for resources in this campaign? I think everyone's swimming in it in this campaign. Odyssey. What are the chances of giving a treat to the floofer? She's downstairs. I don't want to bring her all the way upstairs. So usually not on my DM prep streams. But yeah, we have a lot of resources. So, but yeah, you can choose anyone to give take 20 to if you want, including the DM. Yes, that's true. Yeah, if I were smart about it, I would. Well, I'm gonna take 20 then. Thanks. Thank you for the bits. So the sick. Yeah, if I were smart about it, I would actually disable channel point redemption for treats for the Flu Queen on DM prep, but no one's ever tried before, so I never really thought about that. So you've been DMing 30 years? Holy shit, I'm only 30 years old. So that's goals, man. That's fucking goals. I've been DMing for 12 years now. So that's fantastic. Yeah, so I swapped one Geigen hero and that's fine. So Gaius he's very much this fervent zealot asshole, basically. Hey, no worries. And he does have his dragon Arjun. So, let's 2020 10. Where are all my notes? Hey, Andy gifted a tier 1 sub to Joshua Nitzwicki. Thanks for the gift sub, Andy, and welcome to the Gilded Troll, Joshua. You said it was 10 different ongoing game groups plus your... Holy shit. That's crazy. So yeah, I had this whole thing last time. So I have very few notes here. And also my notes are dated for last week, but that's fine. Yeah, I thought Shadows had too many games at any one time. That is insane. Shadows, I think you had, what, 8 games of Ernest at the same time? If soldiers are roused from sleep, 5 rounds to get in position. Geigens only take 4. Conjure has an arcane propulsion arm. Treasures. The library itself. Obviously, that's a big deal. I keep getting distracted from, trying to add social stuff. So, also, he's got, Jesus. God damn. Utterly devoted, brooks no insult, dour and grim-faced, no sense of humor at all. Yeah. That's... let's look at Condrus. I think Condrus is definitely the more interesting of the two characters. I am working on our Odyssey of the Dragonlords campaign. I'm prepping for episode 19. We are in chapter 5, so this is a published module, and I'm just working on running it. Yeah, it's a third-party module for 5th edition D&D, and I'm just trying to get ready for a session on Saturday. We missed a week, so we didn't play this past Saturday, but I'm still doing another DM prep just to continue improving it because I think there is room for improvement. But I have this Condrus's Dagger of Defense. Any hang-ups? So the big hang-up here, the big thing that I'm trying to solve is that as presented, the Forbidden Library on the island of Yonder is it's presented as very it's really weird. It's written like they expect the players to go in diplomatically and have all these conversations with people, but they don't really give any opportunities to do so. So that's what I'm looking for. Is I'm trying to add some more flavor to the people who are here. I'm trying to. I want to. So here are my goals. So goals. Come up with 3 to 5 soldier archetypes, personality archetypes. Figure out how Condrus means to try to bargain with them. Oh, incidentally, I found out that somehow my microphone was not set to cardioid, so I switched it to cardioid. So let me know if the audio quality is better or worse. So I want to come up with soldier personality archetypes, figure out how Condrus means to try to bargain with them. So yeah, this is a massive library on an island. So there's this whole island. This boat right here might as well be our player's boat, and then the library is right in the middle of the island, in the middle of this ring of mountains. And this library is essentially where this very bad guy order is essentially conglomerating arcane knowledge from across the world. So there's all kinds of arcane formulae. There's a lot of the myths about the world itself, and this world is very shrouded in mystery. So if the players are actually able to take the library and spend time researching here, they can solve a lot of these mysteries pretty easily. So there's a lot of really cool lore here that the players could have access to if they actually get access to the library proper, which is back here. And then everything in front of it down here is all like garrison, essentially, except for this, which is a shrine to the cult's god, who is an actual god. He is, probably the most prominent god in the setting, and he is a storm god, and he's an asshole. I'd see social ID is dissent in the ranks, mutual goal or enemy, something the party has that the denizens want. So one of the things, so Geigans absolutely hate the PCs if they learn they came on the Ultros. Is the librarian the main guy, or is there staff and visitors? So there's 2 main people here. So there's Commander Gaius, who is the commander of the Order of Sidon. So he's the leader of this cult. And he is a militaristic asshole, and he just sees this library as a means to an end. He's trying to basically find things to give to his god that are useful. Whereas Condrus, the other guy, he's more like, he's actually not even a worshiper of the cult's god. He's a worshiper of that god's sister wife. And he's just hoping to get back into her favor. And he actually wants to deliver the PCs to his queen, his goddess, and he's the one where I think that he's the most interesting role play opportunity because he's not a complete religious zealot asshole. He's absolutely a zealot. He's totally devoted to Lutheria, but Commander Gaius is just this militaristic dickwad who, he's basically like every bad military trope in movies. And yeah, his AC does not line up. +1 breastplate with +2 dex should on its own give him 17 AC, but then he also has a shield equipped, so he should have 19 AC. Hustle, take over NPCs, wonder where the actual library stuff went. So no, they did actually build the library. So you click the wrong one. The as far as I'm aware, it is an ancient library. So the library was actually built by an ancient civilization of 6-armed cyclopes named called Gigans. And the Gigans are kind of mostly subservient to the Order of Sidon at this point. But they kind of just rebuilt the library and then started jamming shit in it. And then, the Order of Sidon's acolytes, led by Condris. Condris is here mostly to lead the research because he's the most magical out of anyone. The Order of Sidon doesn't really have much in the way of magic. They just have military might. So Lutheria sort of lent them Condris because he's a big spellcaster boy. So he knows how to magic, he knows how to lore, he knows how to organize a library and all that. And he hates it here because he'd rather be drinking and fucking his way around Lutheria's court, which is what he used to. The player's goal to get him out or appease access for some purpose. Yeah, so that's kind of the problem, is that Gaius is a total dickwad and he's not interested in literally anything except the player's death. Because he serves a god that the players have been prophesied to kill, or at least oppose and defeat, if not kill. So, he's trying to stop that prophecy from happening. So he's a dickwad. Meanwhile, Condris is happy to make a deal. So I actually just figured something out. It's not on his spell list, but screw that. That's stupid. So if the players secret way in the library where they can hook up the tiefling. Yeah, that could work. So currently the players are, so right now, at this very moment when we broke session, they're kind of sort of in the middle of combat elsewhere on the island. So let's just go to here. Nope, not that one. This one. So there's this ruined settlement here. The players landed. They went into the settlement, and then they were attacked by some Order of Sidon goons, and then they cast Calm Emotions to make them indifferent. And essentially, what the way I've decided this will happen is that if any of these, if any of the soldiers are allowed to run, and one immediately tries to, they alert the library that the chosen heroes have not fallen. Otherwise, the library is caught unawares. If the library is alerted, Condris casts Sending, targeting PC. I'm not sure who I wanted to target. Saying, you want to have said both the players and the tiefling benefit from reclaiming the library and then leaving it in the tiefling's protection. That is true. So the thing is, Condris is happy to make a deal with them because he wants to do what Lutheria wants, but I don't think he would ever openly betray the Order of Sidon in any way. He wouldn't aid and abet their enemies. He would just do things that maybe... So he wouldn't help the players overthrow the Order of Sidon, because the Order of Sidon worships Sidon, Lutheria's husband, his goddess's husband. So like there's this power balance kind of thing. Like if he pisses off Sidon, that's not going to look good for him in the eyes of Lutheria, and he knows that. That said, he's happy to make a trade, and I do want him to have cast Sending, targeting one of the players. I'm not sure which. Let's say, I don't think it's really going to matter. Orsino. Saying, meet me, what's that called? At the sacrificial altar. Obligatory DM cheer. Thanks, Andy. I should probably leave this open. Thank you, Andy. I am swimming in those. Gonna murder the crap out of these guys. So that's a ban. Get out of here. Ban. Do not want. Come on. Go away. What was I gonna say? So the two gods, Sidon and Lutheria, are desperately in love with one another. They are twins. In fact, they are sibling spouses, and getting them to turn on one another in any meaningful way is not going to happen. And they would never suggest to their followers to do that, and their followers would never think to do that. Obviously, their followers, the followers of Lutheria prefer Lutheria to Sidon. The followers of Sidon prefer Sidon to Lutheria, but there would never be any kind of attempts to betray one another. Hey, thanks for the bits, Josh. I really wish I could have an alert box, but OBS is... Oh, okay, so OBS Studio's crap, and then Streamlabs OBS doesn't have a Linux version. So make your way quickly and quietly to the library, round the back. Meet me at the sacrificial altar. Let's make a deal. So how many words is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So I can replace this with a 7-word sentence that I like better. We have... We can strike a mutually beneficial bargain. That's 7 words. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hey, look at that. 25 words. So that's 25 words. Make your way quickly and quietly to the library, round the back. Meet me at the sacrificial altar. We can strike a mutually beneficial bargain. We have snacks. Let's make a deal. We have snacks. But yeah, no, like I add browser source and copy the URL from Streamlabs into it. Yeah, so I did that actually. So here's the fun part, Andy. OBS on Linux does not have browser source. Does not have browser source. What? Anyway, yeah, so I'm actually like suddenly very happy that I came up with the sending idea. Let's say targeting Scorpius instead. Conjure has an arcane propulsion arm. Okay. So we figured that out. Got it. So this is something I wrote down. That's not a goal. That's just something that's okay. Which they will if actually no. Because they came in on the Ultros. They're all known. Yeah. So, you know, the Geigans know who these people are. They know they came in on the Ultros. And the reason they hate them for being on the Ultros is that they know the Ultros carried Estor Archelander, who is responsible for genociding the shit out of their entire civilization. So magic items are going to be a big fucking deal here, I think. So treasures. So Gaius' breastplate +1, javelin lightning ×3, ring of feather falling, Conjurus' dagger of defense, Alaris's mace of dragon slaying, which is in Y17 in Conjurus' apartments. Yeah, if the dragon slayer's in the party, Conjurus carries the hero's greater artifact. You have stream a bit. If you need an assist, just mess. Will do. Thanks for being here. Thanks for the bits, and thanks for the help. Glad to have you here. The missing gear to the... Hey, thanks for 1,000 bits. That's real nice of you. And also, I'm just now realizing that the last line of chat is not visible on stream, so that is fixed now. Thank you for the bits, though, and have a good stream. Missing gear to the Antikythera, Orsino's dragon scale male bronze. I guess we'll just call it bronze dragon scale male. Which is in, I think that's in Gaius' quarters, which I don't know where they are. Where's Gaius? 12. Commander's quarters, there it is. Huh? During the time, so yeah, Gaius hates Conjurus. Horned mage, Lutheria's pet. Trying to find where the... Hey Bear Force, how's it going? Enigma Spellbook, okay. I think this is in Y12. I don't see it here. Let's see if I can find it, like... Ancient Grievances? Because of the atrocities of Estor Archelander, the Ultros of the ship the Geigans have never forgotten. Anyone who comes to the island aboard the legendary ship will be an immediate target of the Geigans' wrath. Yeah, so. Okay. You feel the pressure of Gaius and his forces breathing down their neck. Yep. Master of the Great Library is also here. He's not loyal to Gaius, but he provides assistance to the Order when called for. Both Gaius and Conjurus were present when the heroes were called before King Acastus. Yep, I remember that. History of Yonder. Yep. Garrison of Soldiers. Confrontation, we already did that. Ancient Library. Cliffs surrounding the library are 200 feet in height. Okay. So Order of Sidon doesn't patrol the cliff, so it's a dangerous but effective way to stealthily gain entrance to the library. So let me just make note of that. 200-foot climb up to the library from below. DC 15. Athletics. Or just spider climb shenanigans. But that, you know, I'll just... It's fine. No patrols. Doors are built for large-sized humanoids, rousing the garrison, blah, blah, blah. I already went through all of that. I'm trying to find reference to the Vanished One's armor. Famed armor has been stolen by a man named Gaius. Gaius is the commander of the Order of Sidon. He keeps the Vanished One's fabled armor in his room on the island of Yonder. So yeah, his armor is in Area 12, Y12, as is the missing gear to the Antikythera. Right? Like, where is that? Oh no, for some reason the gear of the Antikythera is in Condris's. Whoops, no, oh, it's still Y12. This one's Y17. For some reason, that's still in Condris's rooms. Condris offers a deal. Gear they need, as well as the Dragon Slayer mace, if they take him. Imagine guys would want the gear locked away or destroyed. Yeah, you would think that. But it is helpful to me for Condris to actually have it. So it says, as part of his bargain. Where's the part where Condris's bargain? He realizes nothing will win him more favor than delivering the heroes directly to Lutheria. He will offer to join the party and lead them to Hypnos, where he will plead their case before the Lady of Dreams. In truth, he will do everything possible to sabotage them in the Nether Sea and deliver them to Lutheria helpless. So he will give them the missing Antikythera gear, as well as the Dragon Slayer mace, if they take him aboard their ship. So that he may lead them to the Lady of Dreams and plead their case. He will not, under any circumstances, swear any oaths. So at this point, the players are aware of the fact that followers of Lutheria frequently are not held to their oaths anyway. Because the Furies, who are responsible for enforcing oaths, work for Lutheria. So Lutheria can just tell them not to. That said, even Lutheria can't tell them not to enforce the results of the, not the Fates, the Furies. The trio of Erinyes. Rules for thee and not for me. Yeah, I mean, basically. She's the Lady of Death. You think she's gonna be fair? No. So Condris is waiting at the altar, invisible, when they arrive, and offers them a deal. Because it does say, can a Mezoloth go invisible? Who knows? He cannot, but invisibility with his Mezoloth. You can just upcast invisibility, and Condris is a high enough level spellcaster that he can totally do that. So... Death doesn't discriminate, it claims all eventually. Yeah, but Lutheria is also a bitch. So yeah, I really like this, having Condris actually contact them as they're approaching. The library itself, worth. worth 100,000 GP and containing every myth. There's a bunch of potions that I keep seeing in 2x potions. 2x clairvoyance, 1x mind reading, 1x superior healing, 1x longevity, 1x heroism, and here is a thing that I wanted to add. But first I want to look up how dragon aging works. Actually here. Dragons. Nope, not that one. Here we go. Boop. Dragon age categories. Okay, so anywhere from 6 to 100 years is young. So I can give them anywhere from 6 to 100. So 12x aging. So there's going to be 12 doses of Potion of Aging here, and they can use those to age up their dragons if they so choose, in order to increase their size. So they do have the one dragon that Orsino just hatched last session, Vertigraxus, also known as Verdi. He is a brass dragon, I think. Age them up at a mental cost. Yes. So it physically ages them, but it does absolutely nothing to their mind. So they still have, the mind of a stupid wormling. They don't know how to tactics. They don't know how to fight. So physically, they're, it would become a young dragon, but mentally it would still be a, days old wormling if they did that. In the climax of this adventure, the Battle of Mitros, at one point it actually says, Castus has apparently fed him all the remaining doses of his Potion of Aging, presumably in hope of protecting the city. Rather than protecting the city, the dragon has been driven mad by the cumulative effects of the potion and his newfound power. So this dragon is like 20 years old or something, and he ages it up to ancient, 800 years or more. So there's suddenly an ancient dragon with the mind of a fucking teenager. And that's bad. Is there a way to reduce the effect, like the mental effects of it? Yeah. Time would do it. If you want to cheat and get a really big dragon without having to like age it up slowly then you're gonna get a crazy dragon. So yeah, I haven't come up with like actual mechanics. So if the players actually say, okay, I want to go out of my way to find and or make more potions of aging, if they actually want to try and do that, then I'll have to come up with some kind of mechanism whereby their dragons get kind of fucked up. It's Star Trek time compression sickness. Sure, I don't know Star Trek, so sorry. But yeah, no, I'm very happy with what I've accomplished today. Various coinage around the place. So I'm still half expecting the players to just try and annihilate everyone, try and kill everything. Even if they decide to meet with Condrus, I fully expect them to balk at him refusing to swear an oath. So I am still expecting there to be a lot of combat. Needs to be a significant recovery period. Add stress in the body. Got it. Yeah, exactly. If you want to age up from 100 to 800 in an hour, you're gonna get fucked up in one way or another. And in this case, it makes you crazy and attack people. Makes you go Daenerys. So yeah, I'm fully expecting them to try and attack Condrus, despite him trying to deal with them. He's not going to, he wouldn't have brought the Antikythera gear with him, but he will have brought the Dragon Slayer mace. Incidentally, do I have to homebrew this Dragon Slayer mace? Is that a thing I have to do? Any sword. Yes, I do. I have to homebrew it. So that's fun. Let's do that. Let's do it. So let's make a bigger window. Whoop. All right. Create a magic item. Bum, 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 bum. Dragon Slayer. Wait, Dragon Slayer. So let's just grab the Dragon Slayer scimitar. Create. Dragon Slayer mace. Base weapon. Mace. Ta-da! Save changes. Done. I've made a Dragon Slayer mace. Yay me. So yeah, now they can actually get that when they get there. So another thing that I wanted to do is I wanted to make a dagger of defense. So I'm going to take the staff of defense and make a dagger. Control F staff, replace with dagger. Did I miss any? Oop. There we go. Dagger. Cool. Alright. Found save changes. So we've got modifier, bonus armor class, and spells. Mage armor costs 1, shield costs 2. Cool. Alright. So dagger of defense. Neato. We've got javelins of lightning, ring of feather falling, breastplate +1. Those are strong as oak to strong as steel. Yeah, that makes sense. Because why would a dagger be as strong as oak? That's very odd. But yeah. Slender hollow dagger is made of glass, yet is as strong as steel. It weighs a pound. You must be attuned to the dagger to gain benefits, cast spells. Oh, so I wanted to... Last thing. Base weapon dagger. So it is a weapon, and it is a dagger. Wait, can I do item, but it's a dagger? No, I can't. Okay, so it has to be weapon so that I can make it a dagger. All right. Ta-da! Does it actually require attunement? Is that checked? Yes, it is. So, there we go. Finished. So that's the dagger of defense, which is literally just a... and then does... dragon scale mail. Like, are there different items in here? I guess I have to go to a character sheet. Boop, 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 boop. Let's go to Helios. Why not? Bum, 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 bum. Launch equipment. Dragon scale. Okay, yeah. I wasn't sure if I had to homebrew one in to get it to do the right things, but yes. Okay, dragon scale mail. So I guess I can put dragon scale mail bronze because that's how it's written in D&D Beyond. Cool. All right. So that's the magic items done. Oh, I have to make a potion of aging. I'm not super worried about it, but I guess I'll do it anyway. We're just gonna grab potion of healing as a template, and then we're gonna go to this guy. Treasures. Potion of aging. Whoop. Potion of aging. Rarity legendary. Delete all that. Put that in. Wait. Why aren't you deleting? There we go. Okay. Cloudy blue potion was brewed from the blood of a living god. For each droplet that a creature drinks from this potion, the creature physically ages by 1 year. Creatures with shorter lifespan, such as humans, should be cautious when drinking this potion. Brewing the potion is a long process that requires 1 droplet of divine blood to be added each year for many years. Such potions are always designated with the number of years that it took to brew them. For example, a potion of aging 25 years contains 25 droplets. I don't think that's really important. Why does it have charges? That's silliness. Modifiers? Let's get rid of that. Yeah, delete that. It's fine. Oh, what the hell? God damn it. That was dumb of me. Does not have charges. Save. Okay. Alright. So Potion of Aging now exists as well. So we have 12 droplets in a dropper bottle. Various coins around the place. Okay. So come up with 3 to 5 soldier personality archetypes. I don't know if that's super important. I feel like there's no real meaningful way to... I don't think there's any real meaningful way to... Actually, I want... Where did it say the potions were? Were they in the lab? Yes, okay. That is where I wanted them to be if they weren't. Instead of the potion, why doesn't Gaius just get a ghost to use Horrifying Visage? So I've actually seen people... I've seen DMs theory crafting that if the players manage to get a dragon before they get to the Ultros, they can have their dragon get hit by the ghost's Horrifying Visage on the Ultros and then age up in order to be able to use their dragon as a mount before the final fight. But yeah, no, like that. I feel like the point of Horrifying Visage is that it's a reductive thing, not an additive thing. So even if your lifespan is shortened by 1d4 times 10 years, I feel like it's more of a lifespan is shortened instead of you age up. So your 40 years gets taken off of your total lifespan. And if that causes decrepitude, sure, but it's not going to make you turn from a 2-year-old child into a 42-year-old man. That's the way I understand the Horrifying Visage, whereas the Potion of Aging works very differently. Does this mean when the gods on the ship bleed, they can make an improvised ranged attack to age their enemies decades or more at a time? No, because the Potion of Aging is a potion. It's not just God's blood. It is a potion that needs brewing and magic, and you need to add 1 drop of blood every year to the potion in order to continue adding years to it. If you're familiar with the movie Primer, it's kind of like that. You have to spend 8 years to get 8 years. But it would be an interesting thing if that were the case. Yeah. So I think we're good here. I've got a lot more planned for Yonder. I have ideas for how to run things. I have, an actual way for them to get an in, being pedantic with text references. Honestly, if the attack team doesn't come back, even if the players keep the soldiers from running, they need to make their way to the library within the hour. Actually, I don't know how far it is. Wrong map. That one. No snapping. Right, the scale's totally wrong. Is there a scale in here? In the book? Of course not. This is just 1 square is 5 feet. Fuck. Okay, so we're gonna do a really shitty estimation. So real shitty estimation. I'm still interested to see if they will actually use the potion. Yeah, I mean, honestly, same. I don't know that they'll want to do that. You know, their dragon is literally like 2 days old at this point. So this entire library is about 300 feet across. So if we go to Island of Yonder, zoom way in. So it's showing up as 50 feet across. Maybe a little, let's go 40 feet across. So it looks like it's about 8 times the distance as shown on this view. So if they were walking, this says so it looks like it's about a mile. So they need to make their way to the library quickly. Otherwise, the library will go on alert, having expected the raid team to return or at least send a runner. Not raid team, assault team. Luke will feed the potion to Mr. Nibbles, Mark 87.2. Yeah, it wouldn't have an effect because Mr. Nibbles isn't a squirrel anymore. He's a homunculus. He tore out the heart of his squirrel and slapped a gemstone in there instead. It's Luke, and you know he would do something like that. He would do something like that. So let's say they have half an hour to cover that mile. So they have half an hour to cover the mile regardless. Like if they wait, like if they just take a short rest, done. If they decide to move slowly, they can barely make it on time because moving slowly gives you 2 miles an hour, which will barely get them there in time to you know, start attacking without going on alert. But if they actually they have to do a slow pace, so that they can roll stealth. So I want to make it possible for them to get there in stealth, but not if they do basically anything wrong. So they need to make their way to the library within 35 minutes. Otherwise, the library will go on alert, having expected the assault team to return or at least check in with a runner. Okay. So yeah, that's how I'm gonna run that. They have 35 minutes to get there. If they don't get there in 35 minutes, then the whole place goes on alert. Everyone starts getting roused, and during that time, Conjurus sends to them. So that's I think that's where I'm gonna call prep. Thank you everyone for being here. Thank you Joshua. I know you're gone, but thank you Joshua for the bits. Thanks everyone for the gift subs. There's a lot of subs today. There was a lot of bits, and I'm sorry I didn't have the alert box so that you can see it on the screen. Would Gaius mock them? No, he is completely without humor. But thanks everyone for being here. And if you want to see the session that comes out of this prep, check us out on Saturday at 4 p.m. EST, right here on the GildedTroll.tv or twitch.tv/thegildedtroll. Both work, both get you there. And that's when we'll be playing Odyssey of the Dragon Lords. We also have our Curse of Strahd game on Sundays at 1 p.m. EST, and our Rime of the Frost Maiden game on Mondays. I will get this. There we go. We have our... Oh, not quite. Come on. What the hell? Oh no, Streamlabs, the second one screwed up because Streamlabs lost its gift sub, so the Guild 2 Samus didn't emote. So I have to be aware of that. But yeah, we also have Rime of the Frost Maiden on Mondays at 6 p.m. EST, and then we have DM Prep. I do Curse of Strahd and Odyssey on Thursdays at 6, and he does Rime of the Frost Maiden on Fridays at 6 over on his channel. We also have our Instagram where we do behind the scenes and just sort of like lifestyle, D&D lifestyle posts. We have a Twitter where we have I make D&D opinions known and share stuff with the other D&D streamers that I'm friends with. And we also have a Discord where we have a humongous community full of really great people that I really like talking to. A lot of them have been in chat today. Andy, Shadows, Coach Blucher, and then all of our players as well. Some of the Odyssey players were here right at the beginning of the session because I raided from Tim's channel, but they disappeared. But yeah, we have all the players and a great community over on our Discord, so feel free to check that out. And if you're watching this on Twitch, check out our YouTube. We have every single session we've ever played, every single DM prep I've ever recorded. They're all over on YouTube. And if you're watching this on YouTube already, thank you. Check out our Twitch. We're live 5 days a week. So thanks everyone for being here, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye.